Steps that you can take right now to make your life better for yourself, for your relationship, for your family, whoever. These couple things will make your life better no matter what. The first thing is be in the gym. The second thing is make more money outside of your normal job, something that you don't have to do, an elective way to make more money. Doesn't matter if it's 50 bucks a month or 100 bucks a month. And the third thing is either knowledge or create something. And the reason I'm saying these three things is because to be able to do these three things, they require other attributes that you should be learning and continuing to grow throughout your entire life. So, the first thing, when I'm talking about the gym, most people think of like, oh, to make myself look better or to get stronger for some reason. Yes, those are byproducts. But what working out does, it's discipline. Because if you don't work out, then it shows. And you could be working out for years, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 years. But you stop for 3 months, even 1 month, it shows instantly. So it is a number one key factor and a sign that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. So that's discipline and commitment because it's an outward appearance. You can't lie about it. Like everybody knows by looking at you. It's like, oh, this person is super disciplined because look at him. He looks like he cares about his body. One of the most important things in your life, your body, and you care about that. It shows that discipline. The second is making money outside of your main job. It shows that you are a hard worker and you have to have that time management and a plan and a goal. It shows that you are trying to achieve more than the average person who just gets a job to do the bare minimum to support. Because most people can have jobs, very, very good jobs. And people that have like average jobs can do better with them, better than them because they have a plan. So you having that second job shows that you are trying to achieve more. And then third is knowledge. Most people, they believe that having a college degree makes you intelligent or it shows that you have higher education. I disagree, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of people that go through college and they're in debt and they aren't more intelligent than the average person because they stop learning. You should always be like at least reading a book. It's not hard. We all commute to work. You could do an audible or you do something. You should always be gaining knowledge. And not I'm not talking about just sitting on TikTok and Reels and YouTube like rabbit holes. I mean actually learning something that will make your life better. And then slash create. Like you need to and you should be failing, going out there, creating things, trying to do something that you've never done before, and failing and failing and failing until you've created something that actually works for you. And it doesn't have to be like monetarily better for you, but just creating something that makes you do something outside of your comfort zone, right? So if you are trying to create something and it's not giving you the money that you want, but it's making you better in the ways of making you more disciplined or making you learn more, then it's not all about making money. But if you're creating something that you enjoy, like even if it's like with your hands, like woodworking, if you're making stuff and you think it's awesome and you use it, that's useful right there. And it's a good way to spend your time rather than just sitting on the couch. And that's now I'm going to go into the relationship portion is your wife and your girlfriend when they see you not doing anything, when you're like I'm a good man, right? And I talked about it over and over and over. A good man is not this well, I'm a nice man. It's not the same thing as a good man. A good man doesn't just do his 9 to 5, support his family, and nice to his wife and kids. Like like that's a nice man. It's not a good man. A good man should be striving for more. Unless you're that person that has everything that he's ever wanted, and your spouse has everything that they ever wanted, then you need to do more. And most of us aren't in this position because most of the nuclear families have been destroyed. So most of us started with nothing. And if you start with nothing, you should be creating enough to pass on to your children. Like for myself, like I want to pass on to make my children's life better so they can make my grandchildren's life better and just keep on passing that on. And I want to create that. I want to be the first one to start that for my family. And you can't do that sitting on the couch. And going back to sitting on the couch, nothing makes your wife or your girlfriend like less attracted to you than you being lazy and sitting on the couch. And then she's like, "What are you doing?" You're like, "Oh, I already worked. I do everything I'm supposed to be doing." It's like, no. It's like you're sitting on the couch, you're watching movies, you're watching some other man compete, aka sports, or you're sitting and watching some stupid TV show that you're not going to remember in a month or so. When you could be, it'd be better if you were sitting there reading a book because it's like, oh, he's gaining knowledge. He's doing something proactive. And that's the thing. Like, if you aren't doing those three things, if you're fat and lazy and you haven't been to the gym today and you're sitting on the couch doing nothing, it's like, why? If you're just sitting on the couch not doing anything, it's like, why aren't you trying to create something? Why aren't you trying to learn something? Why are you out there making more money to invest into the future to do something better? Like, it could be that $100 that you're making a month could be used for 2 years to go on a nice vacation later. Like, that's those big experiences that you could give your family are probably something that you've never experienced yourself. So you should be trying to do that. And if you're not, then you are just sitting there and you're wasting your life, and the other people in your life they're not going to suffer because of it, because they won't know. They won't know that what they could have had. So if these steps aren't implemented in your life, then you are wasting it, because as time goes on, you will hit that mid 30s where you're like, wow, holy crap, I have nothing. I have nothing to my name except for my good job that I'm making. Say you're making good money in your good job, right? But you have about $100,000 in debt, even that's student loans, um, car payments, or just credit card debt. Because most people most people have at least $20 to $30 in debt for credit cards, car payments, and then student loans is like another 80. I would say most middle-aged people that don't do what they're supposed to be doing, by the time they're mid 30s, they have way more debt than assets. 100, like I would say it's like at least 10 times. And that is a problem. And it's nothing that you will learn in college. When you think that you're educated because you went to college, but you are in debt and you are just basically a cog in the machine to follow these directions. Don't learn anymore. Follow these directions and do as I say. That's all that you learn. So get off the couch, do something productive, and make yourself like mind, body, and soul better with working out, making more money on the side to invest, learn how to invest, and create, and always seek knowledge. And for the last thing that I'll say, most men that I know, the ones closest to me, the ones that have successful relationships, that are financially successful, and that are the smartest, most capable men that I know, they have somebody that they are looking up to and trying to become, and taking things from them to become a better person. I'm going to do a whole video on this later, where it's like, it doesn't matter who the person is. If they are good at whatever they do, good, bad, ugly, you can learn something from them and take the good, leave the bad, and make yourself better. And if you aren't doing that, if you aren't taking all the information you possibly can that is good and trying to make yourself better, and not just the information that is thrown at you, I'm talking about the information that you go out and try to absorb, that you're trying to get from somebody else. If you're not trying to get any information to make yourself better from some other person, then you are seriously wasting your time, and you're missing out, because either that you are scared to ask that person, or you just don't want to, because you believe that whatever you have going on is all of that matters. And I've met so many men that have nothing, who look like shit, and that have like their your family's a reflection of yourself. So their wives are fat, unhappy, and lonely. Their children are the same, and then they are acting like their lives are together. It's like, dude, it's like, just because you have this title or this status that you believe means something, which it doesn't, because your life sucks. You think that you are this person, so you don't listen to anybody else, and you're just going by whatever you've been doing for the last 20 years that has not been working, because just look at yourself. You always have to make that honest assessment of yourself and try to become better. And if you aren't trying to become better, then you will always be the stagnant person who deep down knows that he has fucked up. So you should be implementing these steps, and I hope